Hey, what up, Dodgers Nation? D-Mac here. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. Should Trea Turner be batting leadoff? Do you want to see the Dodgers keep Trayce Thompson? What did we learn from the Dodgers series against the Cincinnati Reds? We're going to get into that in just a second, but quick reminder, for all latest Dodgers news, rumors, hype videos, breakdowns, interviews, and more all season long, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you want to see us post even more Dodgers content, smash that like button. And as always, I want your takes down below in the comment section. Today's Dodgers Nation question of the day: should Trea Turner bat leadoff when Mookie Betts returns? And also, what are your thoughts on the Dodgers offense against the Reds? Is it something, nothing, or everything, or was it just the Dodgers coming alive against a bad team? I want your takes down below. And for all latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. So the Dodgers saw red against the Reds, sweeping the Cincinnati Reds and taking all 7 games from Cincy this season. Today, the Dodgers put up 10 runs in the series. They averaged 8.6 runs per game, and it was a slump-busting series for the Dodgers. Heading into today's action, Max Muncy had the worst batting average in the league. Cody Bellinger had the 7th worst batting average in the league. Justin Turner had the 14th worst batting average in the league, and all 3 of those guys came through today. You saw Justin Turner, he went 3 for 5. Cody Bellinger, he goes 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs, had the big home run. And then Max Muncy, he goes 3 for 4, his first 3-hit game of the season. He hit a bomb. It was nice to see him get on top of a fastball there for a home run, his longest home run of the season. And then just from top to bottom, this Dodgers offense, they got the job done. Trea Turner, he goes 3 for 5 with an RBI. Freddie Freeman continues to stay hot. He's hotter than the devil's armpit. He's hotter than the leather seats in your car when you sit on them in the summer. If you look at his last 12 games, Fredericks of Hollywood is slashing .396, .473. He's slugging .750 with a 1223 OPS. He leads all Dodgers in all of those categories. He has 4 home runs, 3 doubles, and a triple in that stretch, including 15 RBIs. Could have gotten another 2 RBIs if he wasn't robbed of a hit today. So Freddie Freeman, he's getting hot right when the Dodgers needed him to, right when Mookie Betts went down with that injury. You needed Freddie Freeman to not only just step up with the base hits, but step up with the slug. Look what I always say, if you want the dub, you've got to slug, and Freeman's slugging numbers, they were down, and there he picked them up in a big way, and you're seeing that 750 slug heading into that Atlanta series, that revenge series. You know he's going to want to go up there and make a statement. He wants his best numbers on that scoreboard so Atlanta fans, so the Atlanta front office can miss him and realize that they made a mistake by letting him go and not paying him the money that he wanted. So having Freddie Freeman step up is big. Will Smith is another guy that continues to stay hot. He hit another home run today in his last 12 games. He has a .924 OPS, 3 home runs, 3 doubles. He's getting it done. And I know there's a lot of people out there that are clamoring for Max Muncy to be moved off that cleanup spot. You've been telling me you want to see Max Muncy batting 10th or things like that. Well, he came through today, and if he can really get it going, he's the perfect cleanup hitter for this lineup. But he has to continue to produce. But the fact that he got on top of that 97-mile-per-hour fastball at the bottom of the zone, that's very encouraging. And you got to give Doc credit. Sticking with Max Muncy, you wonder why players would run through a wall for Dave Roberts. It's because of his loyalty. Sometimes it's to a fault, but also sometimes if you stick with players, you're going to eventually get the results, especially when you have that track record, when you can trust the back of the baseball card, so to speak. So seeing Max Muncy come through is major, because if you can get Muncy and Belly and Justin Turner to produce more consistently, it's over for the league, because I think that's been the issue with this lineup this season. It hasn't felt long at times. You're seeing the meat of that lineup as the least productive meat of a lineup in all of Major League Baseball. So guys need to step up, and today hopefully was a step in the right direction. But like I always say, it takes more than one game to get into a slump and more than one game to get out of a slump. But also you saw Justin Turner, he's saying, hey guys, stop pouring dirt on my grave, okay? Because he's out there getting hits. He's also was fielding really well today. You saw him get it done with the glove, make some nice picks. The one that hits the base, he still is able to get it over to Freddie Freeman. So he did a really nice job at third base today. And then also, how about the sacrifice flies in this series? The Dodgers in this 3-game series had 5 sacrifice flies. That matched had 5 sacrifice flies. That matched the same amount of sacrifice flies they had in the previous 42 games combined. So You also saw some bunting, saw some nice situational hitting, just getting base hits against 3 pitchers that, look, Malley, before this start, he had a 9-inning start against the Diamondbacks where he had 12 punch-outs. Luis Castillo has been effective. Hunter Green has been a mixed bag at times, but we know the top-end stuff that he does possess. So the Dodgers saw them grind out at-bats, get those pitch counts up. So, look, I mean, this is kind of what you want to see from this offense. And then Cody Bellinger, him coming alive. Belly goes 0 for 15 with a 543 OPS in June. He was dropped to 8th in the lineup, and then you saw the success he was able to have today. Cody Bellinger hits that big home run, and he had a big day as well. Now, the base running, it was little suspect at times. I do think that Austin Barnes was safe on that play. And then earlier, I think it was savvy by Justin Turner, what he was able to do to force that cutoff throw to score the run at home. That was intentional. So, look, I think the other big takeaway is the base running. Hasn't been sharp at times this season, but that definitely was a savvy play. And then also, how about the outing from Clayton Edward Kershaw? Clayton Kershaw, he struck out 7 in 6 innings of work. He allowed just 1 run. He lowered his ERA on the season to 2. And kind of the big question was, why did Doc pull him after just 80 pitches? Well, you look at the score right there. It's an 8-1 game, and he's been very effective. He's starting to build up since he's been back. He has a 2.40 ERA in 3 starts since returning from that injury. And I really like the way he went out there and battled today. He only had 1 1-2-3 inning all day long. He did have some traffic on the bases, but he was executing pitches. He was making pitches when he needed to. Another thing that stood out was the use of that curveball. It was Clayton Kershaw today. He threw that pitch 20% of the time, 16 times total, got 7 swings and 6 whiffs off that pitch. You saw him get big punch outs, especially against Reynolds, and that curveball was a very effective pitch for him. Usually it's that slider that's generating the swing and miss. He gets 5 swings and misses from that slide piece today. The other 6 were thanks to that curveball. And I think the big inning for Kersh was the 4th inning. Pham reaches on that infield single to 3rd, then he walks Farmer on 4 pitches. He was missing arm side with that 4-seam fastball, and then Solano singled to left, scoring Pham to make it 5-1 Dodgers. And then he strikes out Reynolds swinging with that curveball, and then he gets Almora Jr. looking at a fastball for strike 3, and then he gets Senzel to fly to right. So all in all, a really nice performance from Clayton Kershaw. It's not about the velo, it's about the command and the feel for that slider and that curveball. So as long as he stays healthy, he can still be a very solid and effective pitcher for the Dodgers. And after the game, he talked to reporters about his start in Cincy.
I actually felt better about it than last one. They just got a lot of hits today. So I had to limit the damage. You know, was always having runners on base, but thankfully able to get through 6 right there, and made some pitches when I had to. But, you know, that team, they got a lot of lefty killers over there. A lot of guys that really do well against lefties, especially with Solano back in there. So, you know, overall it was a grind, but I definitely felt a little better today than my last one. You know, I think I could have gone more today, too. You know, I think just with the pitch count there swinging, you know, I kept it down. I don't even know what it was, but definitely felt like I could go back out there. But, you know, Doc made that call, which is fine. And, you know, overall, it should be good. First time pitching on regular rest, so that probably has something to do with it going into Colorado. But, you know, overall, it's been a good progression and feel good about it.
And then I asked you guys over on Twitter, what were your big takeaways from the Dodgers series sweep against the Reds? And here were some of your takes. Ryan, the designer, tweeted, "That's what the box score and scoring each inning is supposed to look like for this lineup. Now do it against better teams." Dodgers on top tweeted, "When this offense clicks, it's over." Dodger Dash said, "Offense firing on all cylinders again. I'd very much love to see Trayce in this lineup." Colleen tweeted, "They swept last week into the dustbin." Caesar said, "Trey Turner is our true leadoff hitter." John Castellanos tweeted, #fluff. Samuel said, "The offense crushed bad pitching / mistakes. Let's hope it carries over against a Brave staff that is a tad bit better. Freddie's heating up at a time we really need him. Andrew Friedman is going to need to swing a trade for a frontline starting pitcher." Walker tweeted, "Whenever the bats are on fire, we're unstoppable." Daryl tweeted, "Taking advantage of the opportunities they create and good pitching." Tristan said, "Hey, we didn't lose to a bad team finally. Can we do this against the good ones?" Angel tweeted, "Trey stays, the skater goes out. Freddie is good at that stickball thing he does. The Reds stink. JT is only old sometimes. And call up Vargas, please. get the part-time skater off the roster. Carl tweeted, good tune-up against the Reds for struggling offensive players. It's World tweeted, when Muncie, Belly, and JT produce, nobody is beating this team. Key Duncan tweeted, they beat a bad team. Trea Turner needs to bat leadoff. Freeman is worth the money this year. Glad to see Max have some success. Kershaw looks great. Bickford does not. Glad to see Cody swing the bat. Barnes was safe at third. Need to keep this going. And then finally, Yeshua tweeted, it's no coincidence that the offense is magically hitting with Trea leading off. No disrespect to Mookie, but I've been saying Trea should be leading off since day one. Mookie should be hitting third when he returns. So it's nice to see you guys out there showing Trayce Thompson some love. Yesterday, he gets the double, his first hit for the Dodgers since 2017. And today, he hits a home run, his first bomb for the Dodgers since 2017. Look, at this point, I'm pretty sure Klay Thompson's being called Trayce Thompson's brother because of the success he's having with the Dodgers. No, I'm just playing, but it is nice to see him having some success. Love his attitude. And then Trea Turner, should he be the leadoff hitter for the Dodgers? I see a lot of you guys saying that. Look, at this point, we know that Mookie Betts, he wants the leadoff spot. That is the spot where he feels most comfortable. Also, before he went down with the injury, he was the front runner to win the NL MVP. Also in 2020, when the Dodgers had their most success, he was batting leadoff. If you look in the month of May, the Dodgers averaging 6 runs per game. Who was batting leadoff? It was Mookie Betts. So I think they're going to go back to Mookie Betts at the leadoff spot, especially the fact that he's signed for 12 years, $365 million. Trea Turner, he's most likely going to walk and slide into a big contract with another team after this season. So I think at this point, yes, Trea Turner, he can be effective wherever he is in the line. The hitman just gets hits, and I think that you're not going to disrupt that 1-2-3 once Mookie's back, considering the success they already had with that same combination. But let me know down below in the comment section, do you want to see the Dodgers keep Trayce Thompson? Do you want to see Trea Turner bat leadoff? What are your other big takeaways from the Dodgers series against the Reds? Is it something, nothing, or everything, or did they just beat up on a bad team? Also, you have any thoughts on Castillo's outing? Does Castillo's performance against the Dodgers change how you feel about LA potentially making a trade for him? But let me know down below. My name is DMAC. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMAC_LA. For all latest Dodgers news, rumors, hype videos, interviews, and more all season long, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you want to see us post even more Dodgers content, smash that like button. And until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.